Strange creature tier list. Let's do this shit. Except,
Yeah.
we're not going to do this shit because I am actually going to do the Sporkle quiz first. It will probably not be interesting content, but you can skip ahead or just sit through it anyway. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yep.
I will predict now I will probably forget 2 families. So let's start out with the annoying part. Copy this a million times because I gotta just fill in a bunch of vowels. Worst ones. All of these are getting in F tier. Maybe not that bad, but they're pretty bad. Oh my god, there's so many. Let's see, there's OE. Yeah,
Yep.
and then aha.
At least I didn't force you to type the actual symbols.
Yeah, I don't know if Sparkle can even make you do that. Schmagen, Hagen, Das. Okay. Now that we got all that bullshit out of the way, let's see.
Yep.
Junbu, Jen, Burang. It'd be nice if I could spell.
I have done this quiz a few times. I've gotten 100% before, but I usually miss like 1 or 2 families.
That's how it be when you are living in Detroit.
Yes.
What? Gargo.
Especially when you're in Detroit.
And Conor.
I love the part where the score screen shares decide to just start blurring these names. Apparently they're too spicy.
Oh, okay.
So I have no idea what you're typing.
Good shit.
Oh my god.
You'll just have to deal with it, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll reload. Usually helps. Okay, it's like acceptable.
I'm kind of going through the companions, and then hopefully
One time
that
I
will
actually forgot
cover most of them.
the seed line somehow.
Eaterbow. Okay, I think that's all of them. Alright, let's get out some of the shitty, just, like, licensed character ones. Those are the worst offenders. Then there's, let's see. Fubi. I actually don't remember what other ones there are. Oh, right, there's Philip Maynard and Gary Apple. Then there's Bus Jordan. Terrible. Let's see. Kib, Kibbo, Kirby, Kobandu, and while we're doing K names, there's also Kuba,
Yeah, I was used to mix these up.
Kubaru, Kobleron.
Actually, more specifically, I would just completely forget the name of the Kuba line.
Scorpon, Birdag, Schnotzio.
Yeah.
What other early ones did I already do? No, I didn't do. Lump of cheese, block of cheese, and Ziggerdo. What the hell else is early? Graz, Kez, Stack. And the really long ones. Rocker, Stein, I think it's EI.
No, it's not. It's EI.
Bergerson Field. These fucking names. Or Joe Franchio Linkerot. Alright, and since we're doing long names, first we gotta do and then Paro Fonkiel if Bonxilation Estimature Lanjo Panahas. Alright,
That one got blurred out.
good.
Another one getting blurred out.
Schmihe. Schmicke. Schmihike Schmih.
God.
Alright, let's get into some of the more obscure ones then. We got, well, let's do Alphabetino while I'm thinking about it. Ultimax. Okay, let's see. I know that you forgot Clyde and Cloujo.
Yeah. I've forgotten those multiple times.
There's Cosno.
It's a Z.
Technoli.
The spellings on some of these are pretty awful.
Yeah, square object, diamond object, virus thing, random plant, interesting animal.
Interesting
Then
animal
there's
is like my favorite obscure one.
Random elf, Travis. I can't even fucking say it. Travis infected lawn gnome. Jesus Christ. Okay, there's Hootie spoke in bleh. I wasn't sure how to spell that one. What the hell is after Postmaster Ian? I'm probably gonna have to. I feel like that's gonna be one I'll just remember really late for some reason. Let's do some of the really late ones. So there's Lickabob, Floop, Walter. How the fuck do you spell this one? Bronchite.
So why?
Are the other ones in here like Cosbium?
It's a secret
Yeah.
answer because I didn't think it was fair to expect people to know them. But there's no U. I think it was originally a typo. No, C is far from Q.
No time or old time?
No, this was made before I.
Okay.
Yeah. Like old timey isn't referred to by name; it's just called an old timey
Evil.
looking SC.
Elsinore, Pointy. There's Glitchamon.
Ah, yes.
Oh god.
Which
Dopply,
turned Atmo Bob into an anime girl, and then
Bokro.
no mention was made of anything that happened afterwards.
I genuinely don't remember how to spell psh.
Oh, okay. It's closing parenthesis, pound sign, $%.
God, okay. I'm glad that someone knows.
You told me a mnemonic for remembering how to spell it, and then I remembered that, and yeah, apparently you don't remember your own mnemonic.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, see, I wasn't sure if that was it. Hold on, because it was. Is that right? It's OC. No, that's not it. Because I knew that it was like the serial number on the back of my padlock in gym in like junior high.
Yeah, isn't that 03445? That's right, 03545.
I don't know because I remembered it as being Ochoa, which would be 03801. So maybe that was like from a different year.
Yeah, I just remember 03545, except I replace, because on my keyboard, Shift 3 is pounds Libra, so I change it for the like pound sign, like the hashtag. Because they're both called pound.
I see. Alright, there's a whole bunch of other late ones here I need to remember. What the fuck is between Pointy and... Oh, it's Flurgan.
It's off. The H is after the L.
Terrible. Fleur and Plurby and Uber. God. Oh, there's Impil, Oka, Jorgo. You know, those ones that always show up.
Yeah. Jorgo was in the final chapter.
Something.
That was one of
Everything. Those ones are a little bit dumb, but what are you
Anyone that's come on here, like, having not seen any of your Strange Creature stuff somehow is just gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not explaining any of it. Oh god, what the hell is it called? There's... Okay, hold on, I'm remembering... Oh god, they're all coming back to me. Okay, hold on, there's Mr. Gay and Crotch, Mr. Game and Watch, and Mr. Taw and Emag. Then there's Repumph.
Repumph!
Yeknam Rebage, which then also makes me remember another one later, and Sinfekfek. Yeah, I never know how to say it. It's Sinfekfek, but I always feel like I'm trying too hard if I say it that way. Then there's Mohabed, Jippermonkey, and Scrumpi, of course.
I thought you were kidding.
What?
I thought you were kidding when you couldn't remember it.
No, I mean, I forgot that was the evolution of those two, because the fuck even is that family? Then there's, what the hell is the one that ends with Doofpo?
Didn't Harrison say that Jippermonkey was like the worst SE he designed?
Yes. Okay, then the hell's the little cool guy? That's Weaklow.
Yeah.
Craplow, Doofpo. Only one family left. God. It's relatively early on.
Yeah.
So it probably showed up in the story at least a few times. It's not like a companion or anything, right?
No, not that I'm aware of. Then again, I only ever remember the 4, like, main companions. Main kid.
Main kid is fake.
I can give you a hint if you want.
Sure.
Oh, I actually can't think of a good hint that doesn't give it away.
Good.
The first and last stage have similar names, but the middle one is pretty different.
Okay. I don't know if that helps, but that's fine.
The first and last stage have one-syllable names, and the middle one is multiple syllables.
See, when I think to single-syllable names, I just think of Grazkaz and Stack, because that's like their...
It's not too
special thing. Their special thing. Fucking Clyde. Why is there one just called Clyde? I don't want to take forever on this. I'll admit that I lost here, but what was the what's the color of them? If that is something that can be described.
Let me actually check because I don't remember offhand. Okay, they're all different colors. The first one's blue, the second one's orange, the third one's green.
Man, what the hell?
They have multiple colors on them, but yeah.
Are they
the middle
original
stage wears an
creations?
accessory.
Okay. Blap, Bud, Durry, and Glop. Alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how the average score is 75, because you have played it a bunch of times and nobody else ever has.
You played it once before.
Yeah, once or twice. So, onto the tier list. I don't know how this is going to go. Let's establish what the tiers are going to be. I'll keep these, but then we're going to make a couple others. There's going to be... I guess we'll just... The colors don't matter. There's just actually terrible. And then... Oops. This one will be... Oh, wait. Damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, being unable to edit things. So I have to, like...
Oops.
Worry that I'm taking too long to do anything. Okay, and then we'll do another one above this. How the fuck does this thing work? It, like... Okay. Then this one is... So bad it's good.
Sup, boy.
Alright, so let's fill in the actually terrible section first. First it's gonna be Jonah and Jordan.
Just anything that's real.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, at least the Homestar ones. They're terrible. Some of the other ones I might make exceptions for, but those are definitely in the terrible section. There will probably be more to fit in there, but I'm happy with that for... no, this whole family's terrible too.
Mr. Hooked on Mag is okay.
No, it isn't. You said it was like the laziest SC ever. Which it pretty much is.
I mean, yeah.
And then there's just Mr. Gay and Crotch, which... that one might actually be the worst one.
Oh my god.
I like Gary Apple. It's just some dude with a parrot.
Is that what that is?
Yes. Yeah, and the lore is that the parrot is the true SC, and the human that it's like attached to is just like a construct.
Oh god, it's like circus dog on a ball in the fucking Dex entry.
All right. Now we gotta fucking sift through all the Schmagenhagen forms. So let's see. I don't know if any of
stand out is actually good.
There's a couple of them that are good. So
you like the normal one, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what the highest tier is, because I don't think I'd consider any of them S, but there's a couple that are like solid A's. So I'm gonna put.
We want A's.
I'm gonna put the original 2 in A tier. Then there was also Sugenhaas was part of the original 3, but I don't really like that one that much.
Did you like it better than the other ones though?
Some of them. I don't know. These are like a special breed of mostly just being shit, but like some of them, like the first 2, I actually kind of think are hilarious looking. But,
I need to continue or like restart my fucking drawing of these.
All right.
I'll go in reverse order though, so I don't have to do all the schmugs again.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Schmahagen Hahagen is fucking great. That one's definitely an A.
Its face looks like Brendan from Home Movies.
I like how its face is just tilted 90 degrees for some reason.
Yeah. It has character.
Yeah. Its arms are extremely close together. God, these are
like
so...
doing a gay
okay.
little pose.
So this one is fucking terrible. I don't remember the names of these. I know that these are A's. This one and the shell one are E's. I think the shell is Schmegenhagen.
Hang on, I'm checking.
Anyway, so Schmaugenhaugen, or however the fuck you pronounce this one, is... This one's pretty good. I'd put this one...
It looks like a pseudo-legend.
B. I'll put Sugenhaas in B. I don't know if these are going to have an internal order. I might worry about that later. Honestly, these first 2 are hilarious to me. I'm going to put them in B also. I think that's the highest that any of these are going to get. Other than maybe Schmagenhagen Das, just because it's ice cream. So that one's so bad it's good. We made this tier for a reason. I'm going to use it. Okay. This one is fucking terrible. This one's just kind of generic. It's not horrible, but it's not good.
It's got the weird, like, diagonal body bottom there, so one leg is just in her.
Yeah. For the record, I should explain. So, again, these were originally made as Schmigenhagen, Schmeigenhagen, and Sugenhaas was just the full family. And then for some reason, like, I don't remember whose idea it was between me and Harrison, but one of us just decided that there should be a fucking million of these, and they should all have, like, the same name. And so he drew almost all of the others. I drew Schmahagen Hahagen, and then Schmagenhagen Das. And then he just kind of made all the other ones, and like, most of them kind of are all the same thing to me, because like, even I don't know, like I think this one was actually one of the companions at one point, and
That's
Schmugenhugen.
Schmugenhugen, yeah.
Yeah. It was a companion because I wrote a chapter where like one of them was going to be one of the companions, and I'm just like, which is your favorite? And he's like, this one. I'm like, really? Why? Okay, whatever. Anyway, this one also fucking sucks.
I came up with like types for all the SCs the other day.
I'm guessing
and I
these
made
are
that
all
one a
water.
ghost. They're all water, but a couple of them have extra types. So Schmugenhugen, I made a part ghost because it has no pupils, so it looks like it's like
Fair
undead.
enough. Yeah, Schmuggenhuggen is just a teddy bear. I like the originality at least.
I don't like that one. It's creepy.
And then that just leaves Schmugenhugen, which is extremely fucked up looking, and
Yeah.
I kind of like it. It's...
I made it water dark. Okay, I won't mention the types.
I mean, that's okay.
Unless
I don't
that's,
mind.
Unless it's like an interesting one.
Okay, now that we've gotten through all that bullshit, so we're going to be moving into the other, like, early ones here, which almost all of these started as a two-stage family, and then I just made a pre-evolution later, which is significantly worse than the other ones. So, I would say Genbarang is an S. I actually don't like Genspinar as much as it.
Oh, really? I think they're both cute. That's not a flattering picture of John Spinner.
Yeah,
but
not
John Spinner
really.
is one of my favorite SCs.
It's not bad, but I would say it's an A. It's like
Okay.
it goes like there. John Boo's kind of eh. It's also I don't mind it. I'd say it's an A.
Okay.
Eaterbow is generic as fuck.
It's just Elementino without the like aura thing.
Yeah, like I said, it's just most of these were just kind of unoriginal. Elementino was another like early favorite of mine. I'd probably put about there. Atmo Bob, I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but I like it.
It's a bunch of overlapping circles, and then some of the overlap is colored in.
Yeah, like here, let me show the process of properly drawing this thing. So yeah, you draw an S and then a more different S, and then you do this. Then you add more in between. Wait, I did that wrong. Shit. It's like that. Then you draw more in between them. Then I think you do this. It's like...
Can't wait to look at this later.
Oh, I forgot you couldn't see it. You put a dot in the middle. I think there's supposed to be circles on the edges of these. It's been so fucking long, I don't remember. It's something like that, and then yeah, you just color in certain ones. So yeah, Atmo Bob it's fine. I'd put it as a solid B. Eaterbow is kind of shit. It's yeah. Just in terms of unoriginality, I put it about there.
Okay.
All right, now Snorky's good. Snorky, I'm actually gonna. I don't know if it's good enough to be S, but it's up there. Actually, fuck it, no. Schmigenhagen's an S. Schmigenhagen's actually one of my favorites.
Okay.
Snorky, I would say, is about there. Then Yucko is also bad.
I like Yoko.
I like the better sprite of it that I made later.
You can't judge the sprites too harshly. You gotta judge the design.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's Yucko's okay. It's better than the other pre-evolutions.
Yeah. It has an idea to it.
It's yeah, I'll give it a B. It's probably about there. Then Yukronsky is just
Articuno.
yeah, I mean this drawing doesn't really do it justice. It's supposed to just be Articuno in the sense that it has big wings and a big tail, but like exaggerated extremely, like so the body is supposed to be like ridiculously tiny compared to the rest of it.
Okay.
It's like so this one he's one of the companions, so it's like, you know, he got a lot of screen time, but it was never very interesting. So I'm not gonna like I'd say it's like a low B or a high C. I'll make it a high C. Alright, then this fucking family. The best one of them is definitely Jofrankio. This thing is great. It's a centaur thing, or it's not even a centaur. It's just a horse. It's a blue squat horse with a fifth leg in the middle of its body. That's a lighter color than the rest. It has a water drop shaped head with a stupid fucking mouth, and then it just has an eyeball flower growing out of its back. Like, sorry. This thing is just great on every level. It's... I'm gonna put this one as the lowest S tier for right now.
I made this thing Ghost Cross because its evolution method is to die.
Good. But it's also a water drop, so, like, I don't know.
That's just a shame.
Alright, Zedribly for Gikosync is also pretty good. I would actually put this here. And then Rockerstein Bergerson Field is just generic as hell. It's...
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of the case with most of these, so... This one is, like, a step above Eaterbow. No, it's not that bad. It's... I'd put it up here. Alright. Steck, absolutely S tier. Steck actually might be my favorite SC.
It is a really good one.
It's so fucking dumb. Kez is a cool guy. He's supposed to have like cool shades. And like a weird green mohawk. I kind of like Kez. That one is yeah,
why does Graz just have like
a growth?
The Grinch's ears coming out of its bag.
We'll get to that one in a second. I'm gonna put Kez up like, yeah, it's a little better than Snorky. Yeah, Graz again. Like the idea behind this one was I made Kez and Stack, and then for the third one I'm like, well, it's got to be monosyllabic. It has to have a curl somewhere on it because we had the hair and we had the tail. So with the curl on this one is the tongue, and then it just kind of inherited Kez's like cool mohawk. But I'm like, I got to make it interesting, so I just put a weird fucking growth in the middle of it.
Excellent.
It's not terrible, but it's not good. So low C. All right. So with this family, I would actually say Steigo is the best of the three. I'm really not that much of a fan of Had. Let's see, Steigo. It's generic, but it's like it has character.
It's a guy bending over.
I imagine this thing is just being extremely wobbly everywhere it goes, and like constantly kind of like changing sides.
Excellent. That does sound hilarious. Actually,
Steigo's great. So. Yeah, it's like, I can't rate it that high because it's a generic concept, but it is kind of funny. So I'm going to put it as a high C.
That's alright to me.
Had is not bad. It's a little lower than Steigo. Because I don't know how this thing moves around. Like, I imagine it's kind of like walking on the balls of the face.
It's like Mario on the fucking, like, Star Ball in Galaxy.
Yeah, so it's like the head is constantly, like, rolling into the ground, and it's just fucking weird.
That's how we had him move in the RPG. That Bargo rolls on his face too in the RPG.
Yeah.
Instead of just shuffling along like in EA games.
Yeah, I'd actually say this one's only just a little bit worse than Steigo. It's pretty good. Then Arbo is shit. Arbo might actually go into actually terrible. It doesn't get it's actually terrible is its own. I'd say it's the worst that it can be without being in the actually terrible tier.
Okay.
So, lump of cheese and block of cheese. I think we might have to bust out the so bad it's good tier for this.
Yeah, probably.
They're pretty bad.
I love that you've got this consistent theme. It's a little bit of cheese, a bit of block of cheese. What's next? Maybe a cow, maybe like a wheel of cheese. Ziggudo.
Yeah. So
fucking laser cube.
Yeah, Ziggudo is a gelatinous, like, slightly. Yeah, it's supposed to be like semi-transparent, and like, so yeah, you're seeing this thing from the front. It's basically a rectangular prism, but with like the corners mostly smoothed out. But like the front face is completely like perpendicular to the other. It's like, I don't know how the fuck you would describe this shape. It's kind of like an alarm clock almost. Right. And yeah, it's just a weird gelatinous shape that just shoots lasers, and the lasers invert the colors of things, which can then make their outlines disappear, and then that's bad. Like, Ziggudo's fucking great. It's I don't know if it's good enough for A. Actually, yes, it is. Yeah, this thing's good enough for A. It goes up there. I'd say it goes here. So now we have this fucking family. So here's the thing: is Bikdip is the mascot. You don't really like these
that much, do you?
Not really. Like, Bikdip is the mascot, but it's like, most people don't think that Pikachu is the best Pokemon, even though it's the mascot, and it's like, it's solid, but it's whatever. So first of all, the 3D versions, I think they're going in actually terrible. They should have never existed. So yeah, Conor has a great face. It's like, I don't know what the hell it's doing, but yeah, Conor, Cubone, and Spherio. Spherio is like the source of a lot of confusion, because technically in the story Bargo does evolve up to that form, but like in the Zelda Classic games he's still considered a Bikdip despite being 3D, because like Bikdip is supposed to just be like completely flat, so it's like, yeah, it doesn't work. So yeah, they're just genuinely awful.
Well, he spent a long time as a Bikdip, so he probably just thinks of himself as one. I don't know.
Maybe. Because again, those three were created like considerably later than the original three, and
you know what? Also, I mean, it could just be. Sorry, I keep interrupting. It could just be a first name Bargo, middle name last name Bikdip. So it's like saying, Johnson's Adventure or something.
Maybe. All right. So for the remaining ones, Garbo is actually the best one in my opinion.
It ate Jared.
What?
Nothing.
All right. Where do I want to put these? I would put Garbo as a B, maybe. It's like around here. I like how this group is just never being broken up. I kind of agree with that, actually. Then Bikdip is like...
Is it better or worse than Yakaronsky?
I'd say it's better. I'm actually going to put it like here. And then Bargo is just, I don't really like that much. It's like... It's not that bad. It's probably better than fucking Schmuggenhuggen, at least. Yeah, actually.
It's also better than the fucked up one.
Yeah, I'll put it there. Hot take.
Yes.
Okay, Rock and Stick are also going into So Bad It's Good. I have to determine the internal order for these, though. I'm gonna say Block of Cheese, then Stick, then Rock, then Lump of Cheese. Wimple, S tier. Absolutely, I fucking love Wimple. Wimple's great.
Wimple's really good.
Let's see, where does Wimple... it's like, it's creeping on up. I'm trying to think, do I like it more or less than these? And yeah, I think it's my second favorite. Wimple's the best. It's like...
Reminder that Jen Brang has ears and not wings, as many people apparently, including myself, interpreted it as.
Oh yeah, those are ears. And the thing with Wimple is, it's not like you're seeing an 8-legged thing from the side. It just has 4 legs in a straight line.
Awesome.
It's like it's like a weird caterpillar thing that just has 4 big legs in a straight line down its center. I love it. Okay, Seed is also bad. I'm trying to decide if it's so bad it's good or if it's actually terrible. It's one or the other. This is just kind of the object mon.
Yeah.
Bro, so I think Seed kind of belongs in there. It's... The thing with Seed is it apparently is constantly emitting a strange blue light, which the sprite does not indicate. So that makes it a little more interesting than, like, some of these, but it's still really bad.
It also, like, secretes a compound or some shit.
Is that according to your Pokedex entry? Or...
Yeah, that's also where the Jared thing came from. They said that, like, we don't know where the stuff Garbo eats goes, and that's how we lost Jared.
God.
Something. What the fuck is it?
Seed is, like... It's still pretty bad. I'd actually put it below Lump of Cheese.
Seeds will secrete a purple wax-like substance when asked difficult questions.
Good. Thing is another S tier.
It is. I like Thing.
The thing...
It's pretty similar taste.
So, Thing is hard to explain because, like... That one was originally drawn by Harrison, and it was just... It wasn't drawn in MS Paint. It was just drawn, like, on a piece of paper that I took home and then had to, like, translate it into the sprite. And I couldn't tell what the hell it was supposed to be. And, like... So the way I'm interpreting it from this drawing is, like... I think it's just looking to the side. But, like, it might just be that its body shape is so fucked up that it has arms on its side. And, like 2 arms on the same side. I don't know if there's 2 on the other
it's
side.
like those fish that...
And, like, its legs don't really make any sense. Like,
I think it's just looking to the side.
Yeah, and so, like, I eventually made a better looking sprite of that at some point, and I based it off of, like, a meerkat, and then Harrison, like, fucking hated it because he's like, that's not how this is supposed to look at all.
God.
It was, but it's like, I don't know what it's supposed to be. So, but either way, I like Thing. It's,
in the RPG, it was constantly, like, looking left and right shiftily, like it was worried about something.
I can deal with that. Small woodland creature. So the thing with this one is it's just a squirrel, but it's specifically a squirrel from the UBCS comic, which was... There was a character named I Like Cheese that got turned into a squirrel obsessed with playing Go Fish.
I thought this happened to a bunch of other characters as well.
It did, but he was the first one.
Okay.
But yeah, the villain, I forget if it was Pokemaster Kevin or if it was Feet for Ears. Feet for Ears was fucking great. But yeah, they turned a bunch of spammers into squirrels. And everybody changed back except for I Like Cheese because he spammed so much that it was, like, permanent. So that's just what this character is based off of. And so, like, because of the lore, it gets extra points, but it really is just a squirrel.
Yeah.
So I'd put it in... God, I'm like... The more I think about it, I do like it more than some of these. I'm going to put it between Yakronsky and Bargo. Also, I don't know if you muted yourself.
Yeah, just coughing, as usual.
So, Kuba family. Kumbaru is really boring. Like, it's rare to see a case of middle stage syndrome in SCs. Because, like, with Pokemon, you see that a lot. But here, it's like, this one is just, who gives a shit? This one's a D tier. It's better than Arbo. But it's like, Actually, no, it's not better than Arbo. Fuck that. Arbo at least has something going for it. Kuba, I kind of like. It's not... I don't like it as much as Snorky, but... I'm like comparing it to the other birds basically. It's solid, but yeah, I'm gonna put it. God. The more I look at this, I'm kind of like changing my mind on these. I think these are gonna be, because like B, I would say, are ones that I at least I like to some degree. C is just kind of like, you know, it's fine, and I would say I'd say Kuba is, it's on the high end of it's fine.
Okay.
And then Koblerone, I don't even know. Like, the thing with this one is, I think Harrison drew that one. I don't remember.
Wasn't he like obsessed with this one?
He thought that this was like his greatest work, for some reason, and I think the idea was like it was supposed to be like super majestic, but the picture just kind of doesn't really get that across at all. And so when I eventually did the like reworked sprites later, he was just like, no matter what you draw for this, I will hate it. So just try your best.
God.
And I never got to it anyway.
Yeah, way to fucking disincentivize you.
Yeah. It's like, I don't think it's that good. It's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of generic.
But yeah, it's like bottom of C.
This is one of very few SCs that actually look like it could be a Pokemon, and that's like a strike against it because he's supposed to look stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so now we move into more UBCS comic stuff. Also, God, there's a lot of these. I didn't realize how long this was going to take. So, let's see. We'll start with Pokemaster Ian, because, you know, he's special. It's definitely not S. I don't think it's A.
Yeah.
Actually, no, maybe. Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna put it here. Like, again, like the origin of Pokemaster Ian is just the comic from the, I keep saying the acronym, but yeah, it's Ultimate Board of Cool Stuff, which was just the forum that we were on at the time, and he was just another user or possibly a moderator, I don't remember, and the comic just made him extremely gay. That's all I got.
Was he not like that on the board?
I don't think so. I think, like, I don't remember him having a defined personality. Like, but anyway, Circus Dog on a Ball is, I'm trying to remember what role it played in the comic. It showed up a couple times, but I don't remember exactly. Whatever, it's stupid enough. I think this one actually might be so bad it's good.
Oh, really?
Because it's stupid as shit, but like, I don't know. I feel like so bad it's good is kind of like the dumping ground for stuff that isn't really an original creation.
Also, stuff that shouldn't be like, it's not good, but we kind of enjoy anyway.
Yeah, so it's up there. I'd put it kind of at the top of that tier. And then Gart is kind of the same thing, except it's like actually really stupid. It's like a goat just sitting on a stool. I don't know why it exists.
Is it from the comic?
Yes, I think Captain Pringle just turned into one of those for like a panel once, and then they got changed back. I don't remember. I'm gonna blame Feet for Ears.
Damn Feet for Ears.
I wish I had an image of Feet for Ears.
You have the sprite from the BA0, right? Oh no, it's Bargo.quest.
No, it was UBCS.quest.
Oh.
But yeah, yeah, it's somewhere. I don't know. Gart is fucking inexplicable. It's like there. Okay, now this family, Badari is definitely the best one of the three.
Yes, he has a cool hat.
Without question. Yeah, he. It's a random SpongeBob NPC. I know that's not the correct term for that, but I don't care. He's
incidental.
Yes. I'm thinking A for this one, or no, it's B. I'm gonna say like It's like there. Then glop is kind of awful. It is meant to be a fish. It's just a very fucked up one. It, like, the brown thing is its fin.
Wow.
But it's terrible. So, like, high D tier. Blap is just kind of alright. It's, I think I like it a little bit more than Graz, but that's about the most I can say for it. Okay, Kirby, actually terrible. I'm gonna have to reorder this bottom tier at some point, but
Kirby, the actual character is fine, but as an SC, yeah.
Yeah. Kib is also terrible. The other two I like.
Okay.
So Kibbo is just a weird squashed cylinder that is constantly standing on its sword. I feel like this was based on something. Oh, I think this was, yeah, it was the Young Link trophy from Melee.
Oh.
Doing like his down air.
Good.
It's not good, but it's not terrible. It's like I like it more than Glop. I'm gonna put it here. Then Kobandu, I don't understand why this thing exists, but I kind of love it. It's it's basically Patrick from SpongeBob, but like, yeah, it's Patrick mixed with Kirby, with like a bear paw and just a bunch of random claws that look like shards of broken glass. I like its symmetry.
It upsets me.
Why?
I don't know.
This was another one that I remember.
It looks like it doesn't. It looks like it suffers, even though it has the big grin on its face.
This one was apparently supposed to be a downgrade from Kibbo. Like, evolving it was actually not good, but I still like it more. It's I'm saying this is a solid B. This is around like, I'd put it like here. So now we get Random Elf, which is fucking awful.
Just doing a jig.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know how to describe this motion, because he's... It's like... I like to picture this as, like, you know, his left leg, so right from our perspective, is the one that's, like, kicking out to the side behind the other leg. And, like, or something, I don't know. And, like, I imagine, like, if this thing approaches you, the upper half of its body stays perfectly unmoving, while the legs are just freaking the fuck out. Like, so I kind of like it for that reason, but it's still pretty bad. What the hell is this thing? It's like a low... It's not even a low... It's a high D. I don't like it better than Glop. It's whatever. Okay. It goes there. Then Travis the Infected Lawn Gnome.
This one also upsets me.
So
mostly because of the fingers.
The deal with this one is there was like some skit from All That, and I think I looked this up and I showed it to you or something, where I don't think it was Travis, but there was some character that was referred to as an infected elf, and I remembered that, and I'm just like, I gotta make something out of this. And the idea is he has 3 fingers on one hand and like 7 or 8 on the other, and otherwise is mostly normal. And it's just like, if you touch him, then you probably get a disease. I don't know. It's pretty terrible though. This one's
I made him a fairy poison type.
You know, for the name is an S tier, but the actual design is pretty shit. I'm gonna go with
okay.
Down like here. So these two didn't move far apart.
Yeah.
Okay, this family, honestly, they probably do go in actually terrible. I don't like to rate the ones that I didn't make myself. They're like... So I like Boingaloing. I think it's hilarious. This drawing is fucking horrible, though. Fubi is, like, pointless because all it can do is just kill itself. And then ZKH Bomb, I mean, I guess it's basically the same thing. Like, they're just kind of whatever. Then these four, which are not an evolutionary family, but are closely related, were, they were made off of, like, this weird worksheet that we got in, like, my 7th grade health class, where it was like a set of 4, like, faces, or it was like, you know, a happy face, a smiley, like a smiling face, a frowning face. There was like a neutral one, and there was one that was like angry or something. And I somehow turned them into these. Where, like, I'm trying to think.
Right. Just added details.
Yeah, so, like, I think Birdag, I know you can't see, but, like, Birdag was, like, something like this, where the original face, you had, like, that, and then the eyes were, or the eyebrows were something like this. And then it had, like, a mouth like that, and so I just kind of, like, added other, I connected this stuff, and I'm like, all right, what can I do with this to make it interesting? And I'm like, give it a beak. Like, I just kind of, you know, added details until it turned into what it was. That was just how all those work. But, you know, origin aside, these are pretty shit. Schnauzio is definitely the best one. I don't know what its deal is, but, like...
Yeah, why does it have, like, an S on it?
What?
Why does it have, like, an S on its face?
That's electricity. It's, like, arcing between its eyes. And it's got, like, the diodes on its side. But, like, the thing is, the bottom and then the left are supposed to be feet, and then the top and right are hands. But, like, those are constantly circling around it.
I see.
So... it's got kind of like a bender mouth. So yeah, this one's pretty good. It's... I'm thinking B. A lot of stuff is going in B tier. Yeah, actually, I like the design of this one. It never shows up in the series, but it's well designed. The other ones
it does.
I mean, it shows up like once, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a jelly that uses all 4 of these.
Of the other ones, I like Scorpon, mainly because of its giant fucking Mickey Mouse ears. Is this the one that makes you forget your home address?
Yes. Yeah. Birdag is the one that's actually like a colony of microorganisms, just mimicking the shape of a bird.
Good.
And Monka, like, invented 22 out of the 45 known types of knot.
Types of what?
Knot.
Good. Yeah, I'm trying. I think Scorpon is a C. It's like, it's okay.
And
there. The other two are kind of not great. Munker's like, I'm gonna put these both as high D's.
Since I mentioned the entries for the other 3, I'll mention Schnauzio's is that they have historically had, like, opposite gender roles. For example, male Schnauzio's are expected to cook, and female Schnauzio's are expected to refuse to ask for directions when traveling.
Good. Alright, so then we have Alphabetino, which here is just represented by
Yes.
But yeah, there are 26 of these, one for each letter, and some of them are better than others. I like the names of some of them. I think my favorite name for one of them is Svez, just because it's difficult to say. But
yes.
I also don't know why.
Like a lost evolution to Kaz.
Yes, I don't know why the first one is called Joel, Jole. It was originally called something else, but I don't remember what it was, and then we decided like it needed to be changed for some reason. But yeah, it's Joel Haas Paj Svez Snez Kays as Ow Lala Ne Snez Ogbo Shez Egg Shte Raz Blaz Noke Lauk Spo Patapat Spax Earg Schmo. And I will also mention that Lauk was originally you had to just make a choking noise. We decided it should probably be something like actually pronounceable. It is the best one. It's still, not great, but I hesitate to call it bad, so I'm going to put this at the bottom of C. Then we have you have to say it as briefly as possible, because there's which evolves into Parafoncula fabunculationis to mature Langopanahas, and obviously the joke here is that this thing is just a dot, and it has a very complicated name, and this is like a more complex thing with the shortest possible name.
Peak comedy.
So, I think it's good.
No, I genuinely like it. It is incredibly stupid.
So, is like... I don't think it shows up a single time in Bargo the Bikdip. It does.
It does. When I was trying to give stuff types, I would look up if they were in the stories or not to try to get reference. This thing is in some gym leader's boss battle, and Bargo tries to fight it, and it has this really heavy tail that makes it so that he can't move it.
I kind of like it. I think wherever I put these, they have to go together because they work as a pair. This thing has the worst fucking design, but the name makes it good.
Yeah.
Does this thing even have any abilities?
I don't know. Let me check.
I'm gonna put them bottom of B tier. Except Parafoncula definitely gets extra points. I think I'm happy with that placement. Then we just
it appears once, and Had immediately squashes it.
Good.
Here we go. Yeah, it has a titanium tail, and it knocks Bargo out.
So now we have Bus. For anybody who doesn't remember the origin, I don't know who the fuck's watching this video who isn't extremely invested in the lore, but yeah,
right.
My name Bikdip on a Bus came from the fact that for some reason when he was little, Jonah was just obsessed with buses. So we have Jonah, and then we have the bus, but
and milk and lambs, right?
Yes, and guns.
Yeah.
That wasn't until he was older, though. So the bus, it's so bad it's good, but I think it might be the best one because I love the idea of just this bus running people over.
Yes.
These are also terrible, but I'm not going to put them in so bad it's good because they're not. They're just actually bad. But okay, I'm gonna actually. I'm changing this up a little bit. These are going into D because anything that was technically an original creation, I'm not going to put in this tier, but that doesn't make them good. And so I think that.
So you make an F tier then?
Yeah, I might as well.
No, you edited this one.
Motherfucker.
Is that an AVGNism?
Yes.
Okay.
Or no, actually that's Family Guy. That was people found Brian's screenplay at a cafe that he purposely left it in and put his phone number on it, hoping that somebody would find it and think it was great and then call him. And so they're just they're praising it for a second, and they're actually, and they're no, we're just joking with you. No, we found this, and tell him it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, so yeah, these are. I think I'm happy with this tier as it is right now.
Isn't Kib technically an original creation?
Yes, this is true. I'd put it there.
Okay.
I don't know if this is the... No, actually, I agree with this. Spherio is definitely the worst of these three, and this face is too great to not love, so...
Yes.
Anyway, these are probably going in, it sucks, yeah, it sucks. We have Implosion, explosion, and black hole. This one is just constantly sucking things in. This thing is just constantly exploding. I think I described this as like kind of like a sphere with like maybe like a 2-foot radius or something, or no, like a 2-foot diameter. That is just there's a constantly occurring explosion inside of it, and so it just kind of like moves into things and explodes
Is like
on them.
debris constantly coming out of it?
No, it's contained within the sphere.
Okay.
And then black hole, I guess, is pretty much just implosion but stronger. It's like they're pretty shitty. Explosion
I do enjoy
is
the female explosion that was like riding a wagon in
Yee-hoo. What was she like tending to the
Clutching.
screwdriver that she treated as a child she never had?
Yeah.
Yeah, these go here. They're pretty shit. Now we're getting into some more obscure ones. We have Cosno and Technoli.
Yes. I want to say that my brain can't really struggles not to see it as like a big white thing with a blue face that kind of looks like a Yeti or something.
Which one?
Technoli, sorry.
Yeah, I like Technoli. I've mentioned before, but the sprite is incorrect because like the center 2 feet are only supposed to be connected to the center line, and then like these are supposed to branch off of this leg, but like not be connected to the middle one. But whatever. I like this one, but I don't know how much I like it. I'd say this is like. I don't want to put it down in C. I feel like my B tier is too big, but that's fine. I should probably like actually rename these. These are kind of bad. These are like okay-ish. B is
Fantastic. Row my footness.
yeah, I should have done that, but
Hell yeah.
all right.
Getting
So
that 2003 in.
you gotta. So yeah, I would say this one's pretty good. It is. Yeah, I'd put it about there. Cosno's pretty bad. Let's see.
I don't get it.
I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like a pair of lungs on like 2 feet connected to a single leg or some shit. I don't fucking know. And
Christ.
its evolution method is it has to not talk for 3 years. So like at some point I was going to make like a Bargo the Bikdip follow-up using like following a different set of companions of like more obscure ones, and I was gonna like try to actually give them personality, and there was going to be a Cosno on the team that you know in character does not speak, and then after evolving it would just never shut the fuck up because it was trying to make up for lost time. But
That'd be incredible.
this one is like I don't know what the fuck it is. It goes here. No, actually, it's better than the shell. What am I talking about? It's better than all of these. Not better than Travis the Infected Long Gnome. All right, now we get Hootie, Spoke, and Bleh. Spoke is terrible. It's just the Fighter Kirby trophy from Melee. For some reason, I was obsessed with the trophies from Melee. It's not low enough to be in it sucks tier, but it is kind of bad. It's really bad. Hootie, on the other hand, I kind of like.
Isn't it just Domo-kun?
I don't think I knew what Domo-kun was at the time.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just a little squat bear without a body. But like,
Good.
it's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. It's like here. And then Bleh is a head and hands boss and is also kind of bad.
I like the giant hands and tiny head though.
Yeah, I would say it's better than Bleh. I literally I said it's kind of bad, but I'm not going to put it in kind of bad. It's like, I feel weird putting those two so close together, but they're both just kind of whatever.
Mm.
Also, Kibbo needs more respect than this. I'm bumping it up quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, why did I rank this one so low? I like Kibbo. It's like here. Something like that. I'll leave those as they are. Who cares? All right, Weeklo.
Yes.
Weeklo
You
is
have a picture of in your wallet.
yeah, for some reason, which I drew in like fucking 2004. Weeklo's great. He's just like he's just a cool guy, like Kez, but not a pig. And he's just like constantly kind of leaning over, like, ugh. I don't know what this thing's deal is, but
Looks like he's trying to sell me drugs.
yeah, kinda. I think it goes up here. It's like, yeah, I'd say bottom of that tier is about accurate for it. Craplow is fucking horrible. It's supposed to be.
Is it supposed to be like an actual Ted?
No, but it's supposed to resemble one.
Okay.
It's terrible. But it's terrible because it's meant to be, so I don't know if I can, like, rate it that low because of it, so it's like...
Then it could go in kind of bad, maybe.
Yeah, it's... God, I'm trying to think, like, what I want to put it between. It's pretty low. It's pretty low on the list. I'd put it, like, here. No, it's better than this. I'm also rethinking my spoke placement, but I can't constantly be adjusting everything. Then Doofpo is like a weird windsock. Like, I don't know what the hell this thing is.
I made a dragon type.
Fair enough. Oh my god, where do I fucking put this? I'm thinking yellow tier. It's like... I don't even have anything else to say about this one. Like, this little shitty drawing is all you get. I think it showed up in, like, a battle chapter once, and didn't really do anything.
It justifies itself.
Does it prove the justice of its culture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it, like, here. Alright. Now, these technically weren't my own... I mean, here's the thing, is, like, I put Pokemaster Ian on here, even though technically it's not, like, you know, something I made either. But, and so, like, that applies to these also, because these were other UBCS comic things. So there's Ace, which I like to imagine that all of the ones that are just, like, you know, a head like this, like, I like to think that they don't actually have bodies. Like, I've actually been inconsistent with whether or not Pokemaster Ian has legs or not. I like to think he's just a traveling torso, but he's always humping things, so I guess he has to.
He has legs at the end of BA2 as well, I think.
I thought he didn't.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'm not sure. Hang on.
He has legs when he needs them. We'll go with that.
Okay, he can retract them. His cloaca.
But yeah, so Ace and Denza were just characters in the comic. Like, Denza, like... I don't know where this originated from, because... Like, it was from Strip Creator, which just uses a bunch of stock assets, and so, like, I've seen this character in other places before, but I don't know, like, where it actually came from originally.
Interesting.
Ace is pretty low. Actually, I'm gonna put it in...
I like his hair.
Yeah. He's not actually terrible, but I'd say it's, like... I don't know. It's like I'm not sure where to fucking put it. Putting him in terrible, actually. It didn't need to be a thing. Because he doesn't have any character either. But then Denza's thing is that in the comic he's constantly like hammering a nail into his own head, and so like that just kind of became like the one personality trait. So it's like it's not much, but it's something to elevate out of actually terrible.
Also, yeah, it looks like he doesn't have legs at the end of BA2. Huh.
Good. He's okay. I'm gonna put Denza in the okay tier. It's like
okay. That was such a nut joke.
Yeah, like there. Then Captain Pringle, I'm like, here's the thing: is like this wasn't even. So Captain Pringle was the like creator of the Ultimate Board of Cool Stuff, but his character in the comic was just one of the people from Penny Arcade.
Oh, okay.
So this was actually his like forum avatar, and it was just a weird 3D version of this emoticon. And so like, as a companion, he's the least interesting because it's just we already have a happy face.
Yeah.
It's just sort of fine, I guess. It's like low yellow tier. It's like. Like there. Then we get the best family.
Yes.
So
These are the ones that one of your brothers designed, right?
Yeah, these were made by Jordan. So yeah, let's explain these. So we have Shmeh, 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 and Shmeh, Shmeh. Shmeh was actually drawn like in this particular, like this was the actual drawing that he made. Then
he did it in paint?
Yes.
Nice.
Then these two, they're just fucking dots, so who cares? And then Shmeh Hishmeh was a different drawing that he had made previously that, like, it was like a full-size, like, drawn in paint taking up the whole monitor, which I then shrunk down into a sprite, and I'm like, this thing was so bad it needed to be kept. It's supposed to just be like a fairy thing. It's got like wings and a halo, but it's like very deformed. So,
oh god.
I actually kind of love Shmeh. I think this one goes up in like great tier. It's not. I mean, technically, this one's so bad it's good, if we're going by, like, that definition, but I actually love this one. It's fucking awful.
It looks like he's wearing, like, a scarf.
I don't know what that is. Then Shmeh is also up there. It's like... God, where do I want to put this one? I'd put it, like, here. Then these are just actually bad. So... This one might be the worst because it's almost identical to Parafonculifabunxlationist and Bertrolangiopanahas.
Well, Parafonculifabunxlationist and Bertrolangiopanahas is said to be 2D, so maybe
okay.
Shmeh can be actually Wilshire. Shmikhe?
No, the small one is Shmeh, the big one is Shmikhe.
Okay. Maybe Shmeh is 3D, though. Maybe that's the difference.
I see. We got this. It wasn't bad enough to have, the 15 Schmig and Higgin forms. We had to have Schmih and Schmih and Schmih and Schmih Schmih.
Yes.
But all right, virus thing is pretty bad. I mean, it's okay for what it is, but it's not very interesting. It's like a mid-high kind of bad. I'd put it. I'm gonna put it above Eaterbow.
Okay.
Travis the Infected Lawn Gnome's definitely better than Eaterbow. Actually, yeah, Eaterbow's had it too good for too long. It's moving down. It's too generic. All right. Random plant, I kind of like.
I love its eyes.
And it looks like it has like a mustache. It's not meant to, but that's how I always see that. It's fine. It's like It's an okay tier. I'm trying to think where I want to put this. Do I like it better than Blap? Not really. Or, no, it's kind of better than Blap. It's somewhere around there. And an interesting animal is apparently a favorite of yours. I do like it, and also its eyes are like diagonal H's. Yeah, it's like a weird lizard dragonfly thing. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's an interesting animal.
Yeah, it's an interesting animal. So it goes up here at least. It's like, I'm gonna put it around Badari. It's pretty good. Okay, these are just actually bad. So the idea here is nothing, something, and everything. The explanation behind these is it's, I forget what the actual size was, but I think it's like basically a cubic foot of just space somewhere, and it's like it's represented.
There's nothing.
It's represented as like being in the desert here, but it doesn't necessarily have to be.
That's because
nothing.
In the comic, they ran into like a desert.
Yeah, nothing is just a cube of nothing. If it intersects with something else, I don't know what that does to it. It's never made clear. Then something is just a cube of nothing that now has something in it. But only,
well, I mean, yeah, it's way to evolve.
Like,
is get something. So
yeah.
If the cube intersects with something, it evolves.
And then everything is different because I've described this one as basically like there's like a pocket dimension somewhere of every single thing that has ever existed, constantly like swirling around in a giant mass, and everything is just the cubic foot somewhere in the middle of this, with the contents of it constantly shifting. So like it gets points for originality. I can't rate it too low. And the thing is, they're so closely tied together, I think I have to rate them all together.
Yeah.
Like, I would put nothing and something in, like, it sucks here, but they're part of the experience. Are they good enough to be in great tier, though? They're not. I don't think so. They're,
I think pretty good is fine for them.
Yeah.
Maybe okay-ish.
I'm thinking pretty good.
Alright.
They're gonna be, like, here.
That was aight. Now let me lay something fresh on you.
Oh god, these. All right, repumped. There's a lot of these that are just. I keep describing them as cool guys. We had Kez, we have Weeklo, and now we have
They're
Repump.
very few thousands.
Repump is just a weird snake with legs with like sunglasses, and I like to think this is just like kissy lips. I don't know why it's doing that. It kind of ruins its cool guy
it's just sticking
appeal,
its tongue out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Either way, it's kind of bad. It's like, yeah, it's not good. I think it might be better than Monker, but not by a lot. Yaknam Rebage is
really shitty.
It's well. That's the thing, though, is it's like, I kind of like
Its
it.
face is great.
Its face is great, but its body is supposed to be extremely stiff. Like,
Okay.
that's on purpose. Like, it's meant to be, like, if this thing doesn't slither, it just kind of...
It just bends back and forth.
I actually kind of like this one more than Repump.
Okay.
But it's still... No, I'm going to put it in low okay tier.
There should be an SC whose name ends with an exclamation point, and you have to shout it.
Big Bite.
Yes.
I think I'm happy with my placement for that. Sin Fek Fek is actually bad.
I don't get it. It looks like it's supposed to be like a sound type with like speakers.
No, it's supposed to be like Arbok. I just didn't draw
How?
it right.
Oh, I see. Why
That-
does its tail like bend at the not bend, but like fork?
It doesn't.
Well,
Like,
not fork, but like it goes two directions.
no, it doesn't. It's like the body is going down this way, and then it's kind of like this.
Okay, it looked like it kind of went into like a
It's
T shape at the end.
it's not drawn well, but and that's probably why it's gonna go in the bad tier, because it's kind of terrible.
Christ.
This might actually be the bottom of
Do you remember Geknon Rebbage's evolution method?
No.
Relate to a Pokemon.
I like that one. I didn't remember who had that one, but yeah.
You should explain Pokemon because that's like some juicy hidden lore.
Yeah, Pokemon. It's POC, like A with a
tilde.
Oh, I thought it was an accent going the opposite way of the E in Pokemon. I couldn't remember.
Oh, that's what it looks like in this image, but I swear in other instances you've written it with a tilde, so I don't know.
Either way, I don't remember. Yeah, it's POCAMON. It was a very short-lived alternative to Strange Creatures, basically, that Harrison started. There was very few things in it. The only ones I remember are Bulbasaur and Acorn. Acorn is the best one, though. Best of two. But it was meant to just be basically a Pokemon parody, but like we already had one, so I don't know why there was
sounds like
another.
It was more direct because Acorn was like a Heracross. The horn was aching, right?
More or less. Yeah, I don't know. It was bad. All right, now here's the thing. I don't know where to fucking put Square Object and Diamond Object because they are terrible.
So bad it's good.
Yeah, I think that's about. We made that tier for a reason. And I want to explain something about these because the original drawings of them were, not good looking. They, Square Object was basically like
a bunch of concentric squares, right?
Yeah, like I'm trying to show it real briefly. Yeah, it was basically like this, but then what happened was I saved the image, and then when I looked at it in like Windows, like what do you call it? Yeah, you can kind of see it here. It's like when you zoom out to a certain degree, it's like basically like the artifacting or something causes like a really fucking weird effect. I think if I make this bigger, you can see it more. Where, yeah, like zooming out the image gave it way more like definition than I could have ever given it on my own. And I'm like, that looks cool. I'm going to keep that. So I like print screened it and then saved it.
And then you literally just rotated it, right? Like,
no, Diamond Object was different. Diamond Object was like, I know you can't see it.
It's fine, I'll see it later.
I'm trying to... I don't know if that's a perfect diamond. I don't think it is, but I did that, and then it was like kind of like alternating stripes, basically.
Yeah.
It was like you did that on one side, and then you did the opposite on the other. That's basically how that one turned out. But yeah, they're in so bad it's good. I would put them between. I mean, Lump of Cheese is actually pretty good. Lump of Cheese gets points. Or a Block of Cheese, I meant. But yeah, I think that's a solid place for them. Clyde and Cloujo. I think I called this one Clyde because it looked like a Pac-Man ghost, and one of those is called Clyde. I would call this a grass ghost type. What did you make it?
I mean, it evolves into Cloudra, and Cloudra is like the most obvious electric flying I've ever seen in my life, so I just made Clyde pure electric, I think. Let me see. Yeah, actually, no, I made it pure flying.
Alright. Clyde's kind of bad.
That the thing on its head, like, spins to let it fly.
Yeah, maybe. I do like how its mouth is a rhombus. That gives it points. I wouldn't call this one bad, so this one's okay-ish tier, but it's like I'm gonna split up Hootie and Bleh. They don't get to be together anymore. And then Cloujo is probably in the same tier. I hate its complete, like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make this thing, I'm gonna give it shading, and I'm just like, stippling on the entire upper part of it. Like, that's not how that works. There was an attempt.
It gives it character.
So this one's like, it's not great. I like it more than Bleh.
Because the real winner's coming up.
I'm just gonna. These are just gonna be staggered like this. That's how those go now. Yeah, these are kind of god awful. So this one, this was a set made by Harrison that just came and went with absolutely no explanation. So Mohabed is just like a weird constellation of what I can only describe as like a little teddy bear thing with an antenna. Like, I don't know what the fuck this thing is. Then Jipper Monkey, as we mentioned before, was described as being the worst SC ever made. And it's like,
it's almost so bad it's good.
When I was given the description of this one eventually for like how to redraw these to like give them better sprites, I was basically told completely ignore the original drawing, and this thing is supposed to be like a donut shape kind of seen from the side, so like the hole is on top.
What?
And it's just emitting toxic fumes.
What the fuck?
And then there's just Scrumpi, which of course I named my channel after, but
God.
The reason I did that was because I wanted my Twitch channel to have a name that was like different from my YouTube channel, and would be something that people wouldn't just randomly stumble across, but then they did anyway. But yeah, I don't fucking know how. And I picked Scrumpi because like,
this is in 2013 though, right? Wasn't Twitch still pretty like small?
I think.
Couldn't somebody have just been looking up like banjo streams and
maybe. But yeah, so like Bicked Up on a Bus was my username on Gunbound before it was used in anything else. And Scrumpi was a similar thing where that was Jordan's username in Gunbound, because he like couldn't think of a name, and I'm just like, you should just pick one of the SCs, and he looked him over and he's like, I like this one. So it's just like a little fat dude. I don't like any of these. They're all bad. So like, I'm debating if they go in it sucks tier. I think Jipper Monkey definitely does. It's fucking terrible. It's like it's like there. Mohabed is not much better. It's like, God, these are bad.
Yeah, kind of.
It's not better than these two are pretty close together. Kib will just keep them separated, because Kib is also terrible. And then Scrumpi is like fine. It's not good, but it's okay. It's like, I'd put it there. Ultimax is like consistently described as being like super cool and OP, and I kind of hate it. I kind of hate it for that reason. It's also the only one that's too big to fit into the fucking sprite.
Yes.
I didn't draw that one. It was like, I made very clear rules for these where everything had to fit into this particular size, but he's just like, no, Ultimax is so good it gets to break out of its confines. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's like, how does it, it's like, it has to get hit by a tooth on Judgment Day.
Some shit like that.
It's like, I kind of hate it. Like, if we were treating it as a serious, like, as part of a serious series, it would be okay because like it is not like it's a fine design. It's like a weird dragon thing, but like it doesn't fit with the rest of the SCs. It's too good.
Yeah.
And so oh my god. It's like I don't know where to rate it because it's so different from everything else.
Yes.
Edgelord tier.
Make it black. Read the text.
Yeah, I'll make it like there. Like
Edgelord too.
All right. Now Philip and Maynard are they're not my own creation, so I probably shouldn't really rate them. Yeah, I kind of can't. So the deal with Philip, it's from like Philip, Maynard, and Gary Apple are these. Yeah, they're the stupid.com reps. From
Gary Apple.
Yeah, like before we had YouTube, and I think this might have even been like pre-Albino Black Sheep. This was like super fucking old.
Pre-E-Bombs World.
Well, E-Bombs World sucks, but yeah, it was just they had these fucking god awful Flash cartoons. Maynard was part of a series. Let me actually, I think I can show them off. Hold on. It's like,
yeah.
Yeah. It's just like good cartoon. That's pretty much what you get out of that.
Nice.
And then yeah, we have this.
Hi, my name was a potato, and his name was Philip. Now Philip was a happy potato, so he decided to go for a walk. So he walked a little while, and then he fell in a hole. The end. I love that story.
They're so bad. There was also the Sadar family players. I did not make an SC out of them, but it was just this weird over the top like family run drama thing where they would like put on plays that were kind of shit. Like I don't know how to describe it.
That's it.
But yeah, so I'm gonna put them in. I'm actually gonna put them in so bad it's good. They're okay. Like,
all right.
I'm trying to think. Maynard is like. Why am I taking these seriously? Like, what the fuck? I'm taking way too long to actually decide on these. Whatever. I'm gonna put Maynard up here, and then the fucking potato can be like here. I don't know. No, what am I doing? It's worse than this. It's worse than like almost all of this. It's pretty bad. Fuck it, they're going down here. I changed my mind again. They're pretty bad. These are not internally ordered. They're just whatever. Yeah. Okay. Dopley is great. Like Dopley is I don't think it's S tier.
It's got childbearing hips.
It's pretty fucking good.
I don't know why I said that.
I don't know either. So yeah, the thing with Dopley, Bokro, and is they're just supposed to be like generic, like indescribable, like 8-bit enemies, or like even worse than 8-bit. Like I think I was kind of going for Atari style, but they don't quite fit with how those look.
They remind me of like the Moonanites.
Yeah, I mean they definitely have Moonanite faces, as does Sinfek or not Yakanam Ravage.
You were upset when I called Bokro a hot dog?
It's because everybody says it's a hot dog and it's not supposed to be. But yeah, so Dopley, like I'm trying to think where I want to put this one. It is pretty fucking good. It's like there. My S tier is very small, I'm noticing, but I guess I have, like, very refined tastes. I don't know. Bokro is also good. It's not as good, but it's actually no. It's also pretty great. I'm giving this thing more credit than it deserves, but I do like it. It's like, yeah, it's like there. So yeah, like I said, it's not supposed to be a hot dog, but I don't know what the fuck it is. It's kind of meant to be inexplicable, and I like how it has 2 arms on each side.
Yes.
Good shit. This one I don't like as much, partially because I never remember how to spell it. It's not pronounceable. It's
sure
just it's psh, which is just the sound of Mr. Game & Watch losing a stock. And it has a Moonanite face, but other than that, it's just the MS Paint like spray can tool. It's okay. It's like it's definitely the weakest of the line. I'm tempted to put it in pretty good, but fuck it. I make my own rules. It's like around here or something. Then Glitchamon is what you get by connecting a what is it's a you connect a and a interesting animal, is it?
No. Everything.
Okay, yeah, and everything. You connect with a connector cable thing, and then have a Cloud Joe hit it with anti-lightning because I misspelled Cloud Joe. It's basically just meant to be missing now. I kind of like it. It's like just in the sense of it just being like an amalgamation of chaos. Like it's okay.
It's just what everyone does at Paint at some point, which is just draw a bunch of lines and then fill in the like intersections.
Well, I'm not even rating it as a drawing. I'm rating it as a concept. It's not very original, so it's like it doesn't get too many points, but it's fine. It goes like I'll just I don't know why actually, you know what? Edgelord. Where else do I put Cobra?
Yeah,
like
kinda.
Because it's like it's supposed to be super cool, even though it isn't. So it goes in Edgelord tier. Now I don't have to worry about, like, is this thing better or worse than Cobra? And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. It's supposed to be, like, a really good... I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, so, yeah, it's better than Graz. It's better than fucking most of these. No, it's, like, right there. Okay, now this family, despite basically never appearing in the story, is another interesting case of... being a 2-stage evolutionary line where the bottom one was added later, because Ooka and Jorgo, which I don't think were actually named originally, were from a set of comics that I made that were separate from Strange Creature stuff, and I don't have any of them anymore, unfortunately. They were like shitty MS Paint comics that were... They were very minimalist. They were kind of like... Each panel was like 200 by 200 pixels or something, so like they could barely fit any text. And there was one of them where like... This was the main character of it. I don't remember what was going on. There was something about like the cable was out, and they had to figure out like why, like what happened. And then there was like a panel where this thing just appears, and it's just like... Meanwhile, like this thing didn't like it had no presence in the comic. It was just the visual for the Meanwhile panel. It was like, you know, something's happening, then Meanwhile, and then it like cut to a Wimple standing in a field or something, and then
Good.
Meanwhile, and then it just returned to the story. I said that these were separate from SCs. They still kind of made cameo appearances in them occasionally. But, so yeah, those two were made, and then I'm like, you know what, these should be SCs. These things are cool. And then I just kind of made this one to fill it out, and I kind of hate it. So this one's pretty bad.
I love how shitty it is.
It's like, it's gonna be pretty low on the list. I think it's worse than Spoke. I like how much shade we're giving to Kumbaru just for being generic.
Yeah. I mean, being boring is worse than being bad looking.
Yeah. These ones are actually good, though. This is like A tier. It's like... It's not iconic enough to be, like, up here, but it's pretty good. I would put it, like... maybe around there. Jorgo I don't like as much. It's just kind of fucked up looking. I don't know what it's supposed to be like a weird dinosaur mascot costume, but has like a disease. like,
That's so good. I had to draw this thing from the side for the RPG.
Got it.
I imagined it as basically just kind of like each head is just a prism. Like it just goes back slightly.
I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's so fucked up looking.
Also, his head is an H.
Oh yeah, it is. Where do we put this one? It's like, I think it's better than Hootie, better than Clyde. I don't know if it's better than Bleh. I think this is its resting spot. These are just kind of bad. Pointy, El Senor, and Evil.
Yeah.
Evil, I'm tempted to put into edgelord here. I feel like any of the ones that Harrison made like this that are like meant to be cool just kind of were trying too hard, but it's not that bad. And the thing is, I think this one is supposed to be like the stupidest looking of the three, but that's what makes me like it the most. So this one's definitely the best. I would put this one in like the okay tier. Not very high up in it. It's like
Pointy looks like a lazy enemy design for like an unfinished 2D platform game someone would post the demo of on the forum in 2006.
It absolutely does. Or not even like a 2D platform. I could see it in like
a puzzle game, maybe.
Yeah, it's like a generic puzzle game enemy, or like a space shooter thing, or like Chip's Challenge. Like, given that description, I kind of like it a little bit more now.
Yay. That was me trying to disparage it.
El Senor is still better, but
I don't like its buck teeth. Other than that, it's okay.
I like the buck teeth are what make it give it character, though.
Fair enough.
This one's kind of bad. It's like, let's see, what do I like better than it? No, it's still worse than all of these. Okay, it goes like there. And then this one, it's just... I'm going with my gut. This is edgelord tier. It's like it's like trying too hard to look menacing, and also it's just a what the fuck is it? Like
it's just like a bunch of triforces and points and edges. It's evil.
Now we have Flurgan, Plurby, and Uber. Plurby, once again, is meant to be the terrible one, but it's
plaid.
Yeah, I think of this as like a bagpipe almost. Like, I don't know what the hell it is. I like Flurgan. It's a solid design.
It had a surprisingly like prominent role in the RPG.
Yeah.
So just kind of picked to be like the generic like low-ranking henchmen guards for Big Dog.
The fact that it never like does anything kind of gives it.
It's not in the stories.
Yeah, it's like I can't really rate it above some of these other ones, but I like its design. This one, what the hell even? What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
No, I think this is kind of bad tier. It might be the top of that tier.
Its face is terrible.
I mean, it's meant to be. But yeah, yeah, I think I'm debating it, but most of these are pretty shitty. It's hard to say like where it fits in with those. This one, like, this is an easy way out, but I'm tempted to say edgelord tier again.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
But
it's not that edgy, though.
Yeah, it's not. It's fine. I think it doesn't get to go in edgelord tier.
It's obviously trying to be like the pseudo legend, because I think it was fucking Jodeli's last SC as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's along the lines of like bleh. It's okay. It's not gonna get very high. It's better than fucking Alphabetino at least. Probably this.
Just looking at some of these again.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, the problem is, like, all I have to go off of is just this sprite, and it's like,
yeah,
it's not a funny design,
right?
So it's just, yeah, about there. And then we have the last set that I made, which I drew on a fucking like receipt at a gas station.
Yes.
Lickabob is it. I'm almost tempted to put this in S tier, honestly. Lickabob is fucking great. Actually, yeah, fuck it. I make my own rules. It never does anything, but I love this design. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Floop is terrible. It's we already had
like a lost cousin of the fucking Schmuggenhuggins.
Yeah, I mean, we already had way too many turtles, so we didn't need to have another. But yeah, it's supposed to just be a turtle with its shell on upside down, so that like it can't reach the ground basically, because like its legs are coming out of the top of its body.
I just figured it was on its back.
No, and that's why it's like distressed looking. It's pretty bad.
Oh, I've never actually seen the face on this thing. God.
Let's see. This one's like, it has more character than these, at least. It's better than Eaterbow. Better than Craplow, Pointy. Actually, yeah, it's better than most of these. It's still in this tier, definitely, but it's not terrible.
Okay.
I think around there. And then Walter Cronkite is also kind of great. It's just, first of all, I don't know why it's called Walter Cronkite. Spelled very stupidly. It's just an upright standing boxing crocodile. Like, can't go wrong with that.
Yep. Dragon fighting time.
It's let's see. Okay, I'm gonna actually move these up. These are nah. Nope, no we're not. Steigo moves up, the others don't. I changed my mind halfway through. However, I like Budarirat a lot. It's moving up a few places. This one is like, I think I like it more than Schmaug, whatever the fuck this one's name is. Sugenhaas, yeah. I feel like I'm doing a Gronsky dirty, but it's not that great.
Yeah.
I'll put it like up there. I like how I'm rating this motherfucker higher than like the mascot and like some of the other high-ranking companions.
It has a good face.
It does. This face is great, and this thing also has a great face, and I love its overly long tail. Like it's like those.
Oh my god.
Like I didn't mention this earlier, but like all of the alternate Schmigenhagen forms were sent to me like as one batch, and the first two, like, you know, when you see something that makes you laugh a lot, but you like feel like it's not justified, and you have to like try to stifle your laughter, and then you just keep thinking about it throughout the rest of the day and keep laughing at it. That was these two things. Like, I fucking hate it when like I hear something that I don't think it like shouldn't be that funny. Like a good example was when I was at work, like at Jersey Mike's, it was just me and like one other guy, and we were kind of going down the list of things we needed to do, and one of them was like clean out the water that like drips underneath the meat case. We have like a little container that catches it, and the other guy opens the thing up and he's like, "Oh, good God, this hasn't been cleaned out in a minute." And for some reason, I found that fucking hilarious. I can't explain why, and I knew that it wasn't actually funny, so I didn't want to like be visibly laughing at it. But then because I had to keep like restraining it, it made it funnier. It was fucking stupid.
Nice.
So yeah, that was those two. Anyway, Walter Cronkite is like, the think about here is fine. It doesn't really deserve more than that. Then we just have these motherfuckers, which were added like 15 years after the series concluded. Because we had Bargo the Bikdip, Bargo the Bikdip Returns, and Bargo the Bikdip Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, which finished in like 2004 or something. I don't remember. And then, what was it, like 5 years ago now? I don't remember how long it was.
It was 2018, so it was about 4 years ago.
Yeah, we had Bargo the Bikdip, but it's written even worse. Or
it's actually called Bargo the Bikdip, the Time Beyond 3 Times.
Debatably.
That's the title of the...
It has two titles.
No, that was just... The other one was just the name of the document.
I kind of like, but it's written even worse. But, the story in which it was written one sentence at a time by people that didn't really get to see the context of the previous sentences. And it started with me. What the fuck did I write? It was puce rain gurgled out
from the ground.
Yeah, gargled upwards out of the ground at the site of Bargo's funeral, washing away the sins of the unforgiven. Because I'm just like, I want to start with Bargo being dead and just see what people do with this. And then, of course, he got revived like a chapter later.
He gets revived. He gets revived and dies multiple times in the story.
Then there was the one where it was like had his.
But yeah, I tried to kill off Had partway through the story.
Yeah, and then in the very next sentence, I'm just like, actually, he didn't die. Like, that was some good shit. Yeah. But yeah, so we have Quapton Pringle, which is
there is a VOD of that on Twitch, by the way, for anyone interested, but it's not on YouTube.
Oh, I never put it on YouTube?
No. Because you wanted to put,
Oh, yeah.
Big Longer Uncut, but you lost that because Hitbox or Smash Costs. Like,
I should put that up. I'll if I'm going to be uploading this, I should upload that. Okay. It is still on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so Quapton Pringle is just Captain Pringle, but like as a facade, and its actual face is just on the teeth.
Yes.
Then we just have William Shatner. And then Cosbium, which fucking looks like a mutated fetus.
Yeah, I drew Quapton Pringle, and I grabbed the image for William Shatner, and Kevin drew Cosbium.
Alright, well, William Shatner is actually terrible.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cosbium is fucking horrible. It's like, and the thing is, like, I'm not even dissing Kevin. Like, it's because I'm assuming it was meant to be fucking awful. And it succeeded in its job, but it's still bad. So it's like, I kind of have to put it here. It's
God.
Let's see. It's like I'm gonna rate it fairly. It's not the worst. It's probably
a weird snail without a shell that's just fucking deformed.
Yeah. Does
I
it?
want to point out that the only reason that William Shatner is an evolution is that, like, first we were trying to talk about Captain Pringle, but I think it was the chapter where we couldn't correct typos, so somebody God. I think somebody wrote, I'm not sure, but somebody wrote Captain Pringle with a Q, and then some other person just saw this and was like, they were actually William Shatner, and so we later just determined this was an evolution. Sorry, what was your question?
I don't think I had one.
You're about to say something. I interrupted you.
That's okay. I think this is as high as it's gonna get.
Okay.
And then this one is like,
I don't mind if you rate it low. It's not good.
I know that's the thing, I think it's gonna be in here because it's just taking a pre-existing one and then just modifying it. I did
actually, like, if you compare them like next to each other, you can see that it's like slightly.
Yeah, the colors are a little different. I could tell that. But yeah, I think down here is a good place for it. It's like, I don't know why I rate Block of Cheese so highly. I like the idea behind this one.
Yeah. It's evil and consumes the souls of children.
Well, that was your lore, but...
Yeah.
Alright, now let's see. If I was to internally order these... Boing Gloing is the best. I like Ace. Ziki Bomb's pretty good. The lore behind Gary Apple is actually kind of great. So that one gets pretty high, I think. I fucking hate that the Homestar characters are even in here. They absolutely should not be.
Yeah.
William Shatner is like, because it was this is the Homsar of the SCs, because it was just, I mean, I guess technically Captain Pringle is because it was actually a typo, but like it was just created incidentally due to like mistakes that happened, and so that gives it some points. I would say Kirby at least is better than the Homestar characters. Game & Watch also slightly. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that as my ranking of these. So, I mean, that kind of wraps this up. I don't think I have any closing thoughts on it. Stack is still the best. Bikdip is surprisingly low.
It's still in the pretty good too. You can save an image of this via some button at the bottom, I think.
Yeah.
So you don't have to screenshot it.
I'm sure I will change my mind on many of these later, but that's okay. But yeah, Bargo the Bikdip is kind of awful. But it's awful in a very charming way. At least in my opinion. There's some parts of it that are just actually bad. But
I'm way too fascinated by it.
And when I say there's parts that are actually bad, I mostly am referring to the, like, random takeover at the end of BTB Blue, where, like...
Oh, the cartoon battles?
Yeah, those were fucking god-awful. They did not need to happen.
Hey guys, you know this catchphrase? You know this reference?
Pretty much.
He did the thing that he does in the show.
Nope, Cubon is S tier. But yeah.
Perhaps Konor.
Yes, I meant Konor. Whatever. Fucking Mohabed. Yep, I think that's going to wrap this up. And hopefully I did not blow out the mic too much. I was noticing my levels were pretty high throughout this.
Good night, folks.
Edge.